Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to Summertime Tarot. For those of you who don't know, my name is Summer, and this here is part 2 of the female edition of What is the Haunting of Bly Manor trying to tell you about your love life. Alright, so if you haven't already, go ahead and check out, part 1. We also have the male edition as well, so go check those out as well so you can see all of the different characters, whatever message that they may have for you regarding your love life, okay? But let's go ahead and just jump right in. So if you don't know how I suggest picking your pile, right, you can do it any way you desire. You can pick based on what character you like the most or resonate with the most. But I also suggest, to try out picking a pile or picking the character that, rubs you the wrong way, because oftentimes we can find our messages with people, places, and things that make us feel some type of way. Okay, but we have 4 piles here. So pile 1 is Charlotte Wingrave, pile 2 is Jamie, pile 3 is Perdita Willoughby, and pile 4 is Viola Willoughby. Okay, so take your time, figure out what pile you want. We're gonna go ahead and start with pile 1. So those who picked Charlotte Wingrave, let's go ahead and see what the Haunting of Bly Manor is trying to tell you about your love life, okay? All right. So we have here death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings, okay? So some of you could be in a space currently where, your love life is kind of transforming. You could be moving from one relationship to another, or you could just be in a space where you're kind of really trying to figure out, what you want to do, what you want when it comes to love, right? Some of you may have experienced a breakup that may have been a little bit rough, but I feel like when it comes to that breakup, or even just some kind of change or transformation in your life or in your love life, it has brought about like a new kind of spark within you, which I feel will definitely enable you to, I feel, really connect with yourself and connect with what it is that you really want in life going forward. So let's see what else wants to come out for you guys. Okay, so we have here self-love. Excuse me. So it reads, self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside, right? So it's making me think of, Charlotte Wingrave, who, she did, step out on her marriage. Let's just tell it plainly. You know what I mean? That could be, some of you may have experienced that in your life. Maybe you or your partner, there may have been some infidelity, right? But I feel like here it's really like a need to really connect with self, to connect with that. I feel that internal spark, that internal love for yourself. And through that, you'll be able to find, I feel more passion, more love, more excitement, more joie de vivre, when it comes to life, when it comes to romance, right? Just make sure you're spending time healing yourself, loving on yourself, and figuring out, what makes you tick, what makes you feel alive, right? So that you don't, take actions or do things that could possibly endanger your relationships with others. You get what I'm saying? But let's see what else wants to come out here. Okay. So with this card, right, Mother is kind of standing out for me. It's Mother Nature's balance. So some of you could either have like a very strong relationship with your mother, or may find yourself connecting with like maybe even wanting to be a mother. Or just a parent. That's a lot, but okay. Let's see. What else we get here? Yeah, I feel like some of you may be keeping some of your own kind of desires, your own dreams to yourself. You may be having a hard time kind of expressing what it is that you want in your life. You may be trying to figure out, exactly what you want. Like I was saying, I feel some of you may have a desire to be a mom or to have kids, or even just be desiring like more feminine energy within your life, maybe, through a connection with your mom or connection with maybe sisters or girlfriends, but I feel like if that's true, you may have a hard time connecting or communicating with other people or expressing yourself, because you don't fully, I feel almost kind of, you may feel like you don't know yourself or understand yourself on a deep level. And there's a need here for some time to yourself, right? If you are in a relationship, it may be that, you feel kind of disconnected from your partner, or you feel that maybe you guys are drifting apart, or that, your relationship has changed, right? Desires have changed. Maybe you guys kind of got together when you were younger, or have been together for a long time, but you guys have kind of grown and changed, and possibly even kind of grown apart. Maybe even some desires, within yourself have been sparked or been revealed that you didn't pay attention to in the past, or that you didn't have in the past. And so now there may be, this feeling of wanting more, wanting to experience more when it comes to love, when it comes to life. And you may be feeling like that's, it's not present, right? For if you're single, I feel like you may have this, desire to connect with someone, to get committed, to really spend your time and invest your time in a relationship, but you may be feeling, almost kind of disconnected from yourself or from what it is that you really want, right? And with this self-love showing up, is a kind of a need to kind of really spend time with yourself, and to understand yourself, to understand, your phases, your patterns, right? Or even it could have been that for some of you, you may have spent so much time by yourself that and you do want a relationship, but, thinking about kind of opening up to someone else and starting anew, or starting this kind of new journey with someone else, may be a little bit daunting for you, right? But let's see what else wants to come out here. Yeah, I feel like, you guys may be, it may be good to, spend some time in reflecting about, I feel like, your life, your past relationships, if you, are single, to figure out, what you do want in a relationship, what works for you, what doesn't, so that you can, find that in a partner. But, it kind of starts with finding that peace, that self-love, that love for self first. And then once you kind of understand yourself, you understand what you need, what you want in a relationship, you're better able to communicate that with other people. Yeah, for some of you, right, if you are in a relationship, there may be, either suspicion about your partner, or it could just be that you're in a space where you really just, you don't really know what you want. Like I was saying, like you want to kind of start anew, to start afresh, to begin this kind of, I feel, this new journey in your life. But some of you may be wondering whether or not, you want to embark on a new journey solo, or with your partner, if you're in a relationship, right? And that may be making it hard for you to really I feel, kind of discern what it is you want to do, where it is you want to go, how you want to proceed. All right, if you're resonating with this, I feel like, it may, like I was saying, it may be, really good for you to spend time by yourself, figuring out, right? Look at this, we have reparenting. So yeah, with the inner child showing up, I feel like some of you may even kind of, like I was saying about the mother, you could find yourself kind of almost, what's coming to my mind is like almost walking in your mom's shoes, maybe even kind of repeating her patterns or her cycles, right? You may kind of, it's almost kind of like giving me the vibe of like looking up and like realizing, oh man, like I'm kind of like my mom. Like, no judgment, hey man, there's nothing wrong with being like your mom, unless you don't want to be like your mom. But and I kind of, what was I saying with that? I kind of lost my train of thought here. Yeah, I feel like if that's true, it's like it's a desire to kind of break out of this cycle, right? With the death here, to break out of this old cycle that you were in, right? It could have been, you were going down one path and you kind of feel yourself almost, not wanting to do that anymore, but not knowing how to start anew or to start afresh, or where to go from here, that kind of thing. And it's like a need to spend time with yourself to figure out, who you are outside of this idea that you may have grown accustomed to or attached yourself to, in order to maybe fit the ideal person or whatever it may be, right? Let's see what else wants to come out here. For those who pick pile 1. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is like needing to discover your own path, right? Some of you may be, following one path that may have been set for you, or doing, what is expected of you. Almost like with this mother nature's balance, kind of following maybe in your mom's footsteps, or following what other people expect you to do, right? Kind of falling in line. But I feel like if that is true, if you resonate with that, you're kind of in a space where you kind of feel held back, where you feel like you're not thriving or experience all of life that you want. And so there's a need here to kind of discover yourself, to discover who you are. It could be outside of a relationship, or it could just, be, by yourself. Who are you? What is it that you want out of life? What is it that you want in a relationship? So that you can find the person that is, matched up with you, who kind of wants the same things, right? Excuse me. But let's see what else wants to come out, and then we're going to get your final message here. You have death showing up again. Yeah, so I feel like, you guys are in a very kind of transformative period. But you may be like unsure about which way you want to go. Do you want to kind of go back to your norm or go back to what you knew, right? But I feel like, that doesn't fit you anymore. It doesn't feel as good as it felt before. And there's this desire to experience more, to have like more passion, more love in your life. And it could be that you're not experiencing that, if you're in a relationship, like you don't have it in your current relationship, or you could be single and you want, love in your life. But it kind of starts first with connecting with yourself and exploring yourself, discovering who you are outside of a relationship, just solo dolo. Who are you? What do you want? And having like the courage to kind of step up and to go your own way and not kind of follow the lead of someone else. Hopefully I'm making sense. But let's see what else wants to come out here for those who pick pile 1. Okay. Yeah, some of you, if you are in a relationship, I kind of feel like, you may be in a kind of sad space, or like a off space where you feel unhappy. And so there's a need to kind of bring in more passion, more love into the relationship. But it starts with, like I was saying, discovering what you want. Some of you, it may be time for you to leave a certain relationship and to spend time connecting with yourself. Right? Or if you're single, it may just be that, it's a need to find happiness by yourself and find that love within yourself, for yourself. And once you do, that's when kind of this new journey, this new path to happiness and passion and all this kind of things that you want can begin. But it starts with you. It starts with discovering yourself, discovering what makes you happy, spending time loving on yourself, right? Self-love. Okay, but let's get your final message here. All right, so let's see. You have here Blessing of Al-Hakim. So let's read from the book here. Okay, so it reads, a blessing of divine wisdom of Al-Hakim is being ministered to your soul, watched over by Rumi himself. This is soul medicine. It is a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. As you receive this gift, this blessing which happens at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is soothed, and you are able to accept the unfathomable nature of divinity in its expression itself as life. You become comfortable with the reality that the price of being closer to the divine is the giving up of your need to always understand. From this place of increasing stillness, great activity will flow. You shall become capable of being the surrendered vessel to the guiding divine hand, and truly great contributions to the human soul evolving can occur through you. So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you, and yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all, even whilst so much is happening through you. Such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some ways your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion, is clearer than ever before, and in other ways completely unknown to you, a discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us the same capacity to work with the opportunities that are right before us, to release situations and circumstances that have passed, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. If you are uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honoring ritual and know that all is indeed well. Beloved soul, perhaps you are journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favor of allegiance to your heart knowing. You may find yourself craving different company with different interests, or finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes you feel within, in any and all ways, no matter how insignificant or dramatic they may seem. Know that they are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. The acorn become the oh my goodness. Okay. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. The acorn becomes the oak because that is its innate destiny. It happens without any active participation, apart from a willingness to grow through life. So it is with the precious blooming now happening within your soul. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more freely. This oracle also comes with special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life, giving love through all traditions. The old wisdoms teach of cycles, of timing, of letting go to allow for new life to happen, and of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are ever to know even a moment's peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul-inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. All right? But that's all I have for you, pile one. I hope this reading helped you in some way. If you liked it, if it resonated, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can see more videos like this one. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what you thought about the Haunting of Bly Manor as well as the reading. Did it resonate? Did it not? Right? But hope to see you soon in the next one. I'm going to go on to pile 2. So peace out. So if you pick pile 2 here with Jamie, let's go ahead and see what the Haunting of Bly Manor is trying to tell you about your love life. So let's just hop right in, see what the cards got to say. Excuse me. Right, what's coming to my mind right now is you may, like Jamie, have someone that you really love that you had to let go, be it, maybe they moved away, or you guys grew apart, or even, you know, for some of you, they may have passed away, like, you know, Danny did in the series, right? And you may still kind of find yourself, oh man, okay. We have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, right? So some of you, right, as the card says, you may be in denial about a particular situation or relationship. Maybe, you know, you may still be, you know, in the grieving period, that period of denial where you still haven't completely accepted the ending of something, right? But if that is, man, it's okay. It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Let's see what else wants to come out. Right. You could be still holding on. Like I was saying, could be still holding on to one relationship or another, and maybe having a hard time letting it go. Okay. So we have here travel. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, some of you who picked this pile may be in a space, like I was saying, where you may have recently either like gone through a breakup or lost someone that you love, be it, you know, through a breakup or even, you know, actually them, you know, passing over. But I feel like, you know, you're in a space where you're trying to move forward, but I feel like it's a need here for you to accept the ending of something, so that it can open up the beginning of something else, right? But let's see what else wants to come out. For those who pick pile 2. Right? You may even be in a space where you may be feeling like, you know, you're going nowhere, or that almost like, you know, nothing new or nothing good is going to kind of open up or be presented to you in your love life. You may be, you know, even dating and like may just be experiencing, you know, the rough terrain of dating and feeling like, oh my gosh, when is, you know, someone going to come in, or just feeling like, you know, it's just not possible for you to find the love, right? But it's a need to kind of let go of those kind of negative expectations or ideas about this journey towards the love that you desire, so that, you know, the path, the travel can be a little bit more easy, you know, and not so tumultuous or painful or, you know, lonely. Let's see what else. Yeah, sacred beginnings here. Yeah, I feel like there is, you know, a beginning, a new start trying to open up for you. But you may not be kind of connecting to it or open to it here. Right? Because you may still be, you know, thinking about that old person, or, you know, it could have been that you maybe experienced something painful when it comes to romantic relationships, which make it kind of hard for you to open up and feel like, you know, it's just going to be more of the same old, right? Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's, you know, this kind of need to kind of find, you know, kind of peace with what transpired, what happened, what you lost. And know that, you know, what's the saying? When one door closes, another opens. Endings are just, you know, beginnings ready to happen. I don't even know if that's the way the phrase goes. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but, you know, it's like that. It's kind of a need for inner peace so that you can connect and kind of open up to new, greater possibilities for love in your life. Let's see what else wants to come out for you guys. you folks, you know. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you may be afraid of kind of what will happen, or, you know, what will kind of come in for you if you do kind of release and you do kind of let go and kind of start this kind of healing process, this journey towards new love, right? You may have this idea that it's just going to be bad. Like I was saying, you may have it like, you know, like a very conflicted feeling here with this Five of, what's this? Five of Wands, right? You may kind of feel like, like, you know, you want it, but at the same time, even feeling like, oh, I don't need love, or, you know, I don't need a relationship, I'm fine by myself. But at the same time, there's this feeling of kind of like loneliness and wanting to connect with people, wanting to have this kind of loving relationship, but not wanting to kind of release and let go of this other person, or even just a mindset, or this kind of space that you kind of created for yourself, within yourself, by yourself, right? Feeling like, you know, not wanting to move out of your comfort zone. I feel like, you know, some of you have gotten so comfortable with the state of your kind of love life that it's like moving from it is kind of, you feel like it's more painful than being by yourself. That's kind of what I'm getting here. But let's see what else wants to come out. But I feel like here with this Temperance showing up, you know, it's kind of a need to kind of have patience to have faith that, you know, there is greater out there, that there is, you know, this kind of good experience waiting for you at the end of this. Well, not at the end, right? It may not even be at the end. It may be, you know, a longer journey, right? Because I feel like, you know, you may have this idea that, you know, it's kind of a destination that you need to get to. And it's like a long, arduous journey towards this kind of romantic relationship. And I feel like that's not the truth here. It's like, it's kind of a need to kind of open up to this idea that love isn't just kind of like a destination, or even like this, sorry for the noise, that love isn't like this kind of arduous journey or this destination that, you know, takes you kind of fighting and going through, you know, like this uphill battle to receive this less than splendid, right? Less than splendid outcome. You know, it's kind of, you can have love, and it, you know, it may be difficult at times, but that's not the whole thing. Does that make sense? Like, I hope I'm making sense. But let's see what else. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you have, you know, it could be that you've been alone for so long, or been single for so long, that, you know, you just feel, like I was saying, you feel more comfortable by yourself. And you may even, you know, feel like, oh, I'm better off alone. But at the same time, I feel like that's not, you know, how you really want your life to go. I feel like you want love, but you may be afraid of love, or you may be afraid of, you know, moving out of your comfort zone, or letting, you know, it may be different for everybody, you know. You know, some people may be afraid of kind of letting go of the past, or letting go of one person that they loved. Or it could be, you've gotten to the point where you've gotten so comfortable being by yourself that, you just feel like, oh, I'm just better off by myself. But at the same time, there's this desire for love. But I feel like, most of you aren't kind of open to it, even though you want it. And you have kind of kept yourself in this space of, maybe even kind of made yourself believe that you're happy solo, but I don't feel like you are, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know down in the comments, okay? Because I'm sure you will. But I don't feel like you're happy or contented with the state of your love life of being by yourself. Even though, it's comfortable, it's not everything that you want. But let's see what else wants to come out for you. And then we're going to get your final message. Right? I feel like, it's a need to be honest with yourself about what you want, right? Even if, to be honest, and be like, hey man, I want love, but I'm kind of afraid of opening up. Or I want a lover, but, I've gotten comfortable being by myself and I don't know how to be with someone else. Yeah, just take your time. Take your time opening up, right? I feel like, this is going to be a new journey for you. It's going to be something that's different, something that, maybe, you haven't experienced before, or maybe you have, but at the same time, it's totally different from the past, right? This is a new experience, and it's a need to be open and to kind of not kind of focus on all the bad stuff that may happen along the way, or, the negative possibilities or ideas that you kind of associate with love, and to start kind of working your way to being more open to the possibility of love from someone else, from someone new, of, being open to this new, experience of love that's more positive. Hopefully it's just making sense, right? Because I feel like, you may have your mind made up, either love is bad, or maybe even that you can't find, someone as good as the last person, or there's no one that will understand you or be right for you. But, it's time to kind of let go of that mindset and to be open to new possibilities, greater possibilities than you imagined when it comes to love. Okay? But let's get your final message here. So what's the final message for those who pick pile 2? Right? Because love can be perfectly splendid. Right? Hey, I've been wanting to say that so bad. Hey, man, look. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. What is the final message for those who pick pile 2? I mean, you can judge me, but hey, man. All right. So, see what you got here. You got Divine Mother Manifest. So let's read from the book. So it reads, this oracle comes to you via the sacred grace and mercy of the Divine Mother, who is the great manifesting expression of divinity. All that is created, all that is made manifest without exception, flows from her being. This is why it is safe to trust in life, even most especially the inexplicable mystery and even the darkness that may give rise to fear and judgment within us. It is all part of her unfathomable workings. So we pray for light, we pray for love, we honor and live our lives with its mysteries with as much integrity as we can muster. But beyond that, it is best to participate in this life with much less certainty than the mind would have us believe necessary for inner peace. Inner peace doesn't come from understanding, it comes from trusting. Can we understand a star or a galaxy? Perhaps not. Yet we can choose to trust in its beauty and beingness, and from it derive great energy, hope, and inspiration. The ways of the Divine Mother are not to be judged by our limited standards, rather than can be witnessed, experienced, and received. What a relief to not need to understand. What a relief to simply live with trust and know that everything will work its way out. Through those wise ways of the Divine Mother, there is a gift headed to you now. Will you receive it? That gift is one of manifestation, something that you have been working towards, growing into, loving and dreaming for, perhaps for a very long time, is finally coming to fruition. Perhaps you have caught a sniff of the aromas from the divine kitchen and know the meal is nearly ready, and it smells delicious. Or perhaps you have already been a curious and naughty angel. You poked your head through a door to the divine dining room, only to be captivated by the candlelight dancing in reflection upon gleaming silverware, and the subtle sounds of crystal goblets and finest china being laid down upon an exquisite dining table. Or maybe, dearest one, you have absolutely no clue what is about to happen. With your thoughts and attention so often turned to the past or future, you have yet to realize what is coming to life for you in this moment. Perhaps you will not gain any advance notice. You will instead run smack into the middle of a dinner party hosted in your honor, and perhaps even feel unprepared, wondering if this morning's yoga attire is suitable for such a grand occasion. You are being asked, hey, somebody about to meet their boo thing in yoga attire. Okay, let me get back to what we was doing. You are being asked to receive this gift completely and utterly. Whether you feel sufficiently worthy or not, or appropriately and readily attired, it is time, and the bestowal of this gift is as it should be, whether it seems to be in the best form, or how it should be according to your opinion or the opinions of others. It is as the Divine Mother has accorded it to be. She has her wild ways, of course, and oftentimes her workings in the world are, to put it mildly, downright unfathomable. Yet somehow all things, all creations, all of life, her very working, serve love. You are one of her creations, and so is the imminent manifestation of your own heart truths. Live it, love it, receive it completely. It is yours and meant to be. This oracle comes with additional guidance for you. No matter whether or not things appear to be working out, they are, and you are held in the loving protection of the Divine Mother to keep you from straying from your highest path and divine destiny. There is work here for you to do upon this planet in your own unique way. It is the work of the Divine Mother, the work of love. So then, allow her to care for you, even if you wonder what the heavenly minx is up to at times. All right? But that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading helped you in some way. If it resonated, if you liked it, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can see more videos like this one. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon in the next video. But I'm going to go on to pile 3. So peace out. So if you picked pile 3 here with Perdita, hopefully I'm saying her name right, but this is what the Haunting of Bly Manor is trying to tell you about your love life, okay? Let's just jump right on in to what the cards gotta say. For those who picked pile 3. Okay. So we have here indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Yeah, I feel like looking at this card, I feel like there's this kind of fire burning deep within you that you may not be kind of exploring or letting to come out, right? There may be like some fear or even some anger associated with love, right? That you haven't explored or you haven't reflected upon. And it may be causing this indecision within your life, right? Be it about opening up or connecting with, you know, people when it comes to relationships. You may almost feel like, you know, you need to kind of keep your true feelings or what's going on within you buried. But let's see what else wants to come out here. All right, some of you may even kind of like have a hard time trusting people or trusting yourself to make decisions when it comes to love, right? You may even have someone that you're kind of interested in, but you know, kind of either like, you know, keep that hidden or you keep it low key, keep it under lock and key. But we have here companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. Yeah, I feel like some of you maybe, you know, trying to figure out, do you want to kind of start a relationship with someone, right? I feel like some of you may even, like I was saying, have someone in mind or be connected with someone. Right, but you're like wondering or trying to figure out whether or not you want to take it to the next level. But for others of you, I feel like, you know, you may be in a space here where you want a relationship, you want to connect with someone, but you may be feeling a bit lonely, and that may be making, you know, your decision making when it comes to your partners, right? It may be influencing it to the point where you may be choosing people based on feeling alone or feeling lonely, rather than whether or not they're like good for you. You get me? But let's see what else wants to come out for those who pick pile 3. That is too many. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you may not be listening to your own kind of intuition when it comes to your partners, the partners that you choose. Right? Others of you, I feel like you may be kind of holding back, right? You may be kind of, like I was saying, kind of holding yourself back from opening up to people or beginning relationships with people out of fear of being seen, even like your truth, who you truly are deep within, right? You may be kind of holding back all of, right? Almost like you have this, like I was saying, like something within you that you kind of keep repressed or you keep pushed down, even like a part of you that you don't share with other people for fear of kind of being seen fully, right? And you may be kind of holding back from opening up or getting into relationships for fear of that piece of you being seen. All right, some of you may even kind of keep your truth, or like keep your emotions or what it is, you know, your thoughts hidden. And I feel like if you do, it's kind of influencing you possibly in a negative way, or making it harder for you to connect with people, or to see people's true colors. Because you may like be projecting your own kind of internal feelings, be it about yourself or about the world, onto other people, right? You may have like this negative idea about yourself or feelings about yourself that you kind of keep repressed or keep low key, and you may be kind of projecting that onto other people, like thinking that they see you that way, when it's kind of really your own unprocessed feelings. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, you have this kind of this internal world that you kind of keep hidden. And you want to express it, you want to, you know, share it with other people. But there's kind of like this fear of opening up. Right? Some of you, like I was saying, you may feel lonely, like the card says, right? And you may even, you know, kind of feel like no one wants to be with you. But I feel like it's kind of your own kind of feelings that are kind of showing themselves out in the world, being kind of reflected back to you. Yeah, so I feel like there's a need here to kind of get connected with your own kind of feelings, and to not kind of hide yourself away or hide your feelings, but to kind of express yourself, and not to be afraid to express yourself, not to be afraid to open up, to explore, and to connect with other people. Right? Because I feel like there's this kind of wonderful world, wonderful experiences that are kind of waiting for you to kind of step into them. But you know, you may be holding yourself back here. Okay. Yeah. With the distorted feminine showing up here, right? There may be this kind of negative idea or mindset about love that you may still be carrying with you, right? Be it because of past experiences, past hurts when it comes to love, right? It could even go as far back as childhood, right? Feeling unwelcomed or feeling unloved, you know, by your family or by your friends, and kind of feeling like you have to kind of change yourself or hide aspects of yourself, or to be a certain way in order to get love, right? But I feel like, you know, there's a need to kind of release that, to kind of shed that persona, to shed that idea of self and of what it means to experience love, right? And to allow yourself to be your authentic self, and to express yourself how you see fit, right? And to know that there's going to be someone out there who understands you, who loves you for you, and you don't have to kind of hide away, or you don't have to kind of be kind of like this distorted feminine that kind of needs love, right? But you are love. It's kind of like needing to be loved, to love yourself, to, right, as the card says here, in companionship, to embrace your aloneness, right? To embrace yourself by yourself, and to know that you are worthy of love, right? And it kind of starts with you giving that love to yourself, and not feeling like you have to kind of bow down to anyone else, or to be a certain way, or to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? To sacrifice yourself or your needs to please other people or to get love, right? You don't need to do that. But let's see what else wants to come out for you, and then we're going to get your final message, okay? Excuse me. All right. So yeah, I feel like there's a need here to connect with your own internal world, right? And to kind of clear out the stuff, the kind of like the baggage, these ideas, these negative ideas about yourself, and to kind of open yourself up to more positive mindsets and feelings about who you are and about what you deserve in this here life when it comes to love, right? Be it from a romantic partner, but also from any and everybody else, right? But it kind of starts with you. It starts with you kind of believing in the power of your own love, right? I feel like if you pick this pile, you may be a very giving and loving person. You may give your love very freely, very openly to other people, and it's time for you to start giving that love to yourself, right? Giving yourself that same love that you give other people, right? Because I feel like if you resonate with what I'm saying, you may be very giving and loving to other people, but you may not be as loving to yourself. You may have like a negative mindset about yourself, or you may have very negative thoughts about yourself, negative feelings about yourself, negative anything that you may still be carrying with you, right? And it's time to kind of release that and to open up to experiencing the same love that you give other people, okay? But let's see here what your final message is. So what's the final message for those who picked pile 3? And I feel, once you start giving that love to yourself, right, that kind of opens the door for other people to kind of come in and give you that same love. But if you're kind of, holding on to this negative idea about yourself or negative feelings about yourself, right, you're just going to kind of see that reflected back to you by other people, right? But once you start loving on yourself and healing yourself, really nurturing yourself the same way that you do other people, things start to change. You feel me? But let's get your final message. So you have here Star Mother Arrakis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But I'm going to read from the book. So it reads, Star Child, Earth Angel, Divine Creature. Your Star Mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth. She will care for you, righteous and true, shining divine justice and protection. No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within you shall prevail either. No lies, deceit, or injustice shall temper your wild truth. Be demanding and claiming her love for you. Learn how to love yourself as she loves you, with wild, unconditional, passionate regard. Be like the child wailing for its mother. Ma, 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 come close. Then she descends. Like a torrential downpour of devotional light, a tsunami of affection is unleashed. A rampaging cosmic tigress hurtles towards you, her claws gripping the fabric of the skies as she rushes to protect her beloved cub. She will fight for you against the forces that would dull you and dumb you down, obscure your brilliance, and stultify your free-form dance into strict, choreographed movements. She will pour her luminous essence into every crevice of your demanding soul. Nothing can resist her light. All shall be washed and revived in the outpouring of her luminous love. Then, sated and content, you are the child so secure in the love of the mother you trust in life implicitly and in what is brought to your door. You do not succumb to untruths. You do not resist because you are safe, held in the love of the mother. You have no need to resist. What is there to resist? Nothing. There is only the loving truth in your world, and all is at peace in your heart. And should there be cause to stand up and fight, for love, for freedom, for light, for her truths and unconditional life respected and honored, well, you shall be particularly equipped for success. When there is that war to fight, you shall be the warrior who defends the motherland, absolute in your devotion to her ways and empowered through her vast, indefatigable triumphant power. There we go. And shall you bludgeon your way with brute force and fear? Of course not. So here is your guidance. Lay down your old weapons, for new technology awaits you. It is the most magnificent of forces, that of divine alignment, of surrender to the Star Mother and her way of luminous potency. From her great vantage point, the vastest problems of our earthly mindsets are merely in need of a quick whipping by the tail of a comet, and this she easily achieves by flicking a strand of her hair or poking out her tongue. In the hands of a greater being, even your deepest trials will succumb to divine victory. Your ability to take the journey will be strengthened, and your success only a matter of the passing of time. Can you give yourself this gift, this blessing of the love, power, and protection of your star heritage? We all descend from the stars, but some of us are asked to remember, to acknowledge the divine parentage from which we come, and to allow the innate divine dignity within to restore us to faith in the path here on earth. No matter how dark life on earth may seem at times, when we remember our true holy heritage, we can only realize, yes, I am blessed, held as one with the mother who shall not be deterred from great holy purpose. I shall prevail. I forgot that and feared, but now I remember, and I am determined once more. Then you shall feel joy and be inclined to dance, to sing, to make art, and to live fearlessly once again. All right, but that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope this reading helped you in some way. If you liked it, if it resonated, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this one. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon in the next one. But I'm going to go on to pile 4. So peace out. Okay, so pile 4. If you picked here Viola Willoughby, this here is what the Haunting of Bly Manor is trying to tell you about your love life. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. I'm about to dive in. No, I'm sorry. I'm bad. But let's see what the cards have to say. For those who pick pile 4. Right, I feel like Viola, she gets a bad rap, but I love Viola, man. She plays no games. You saw how she hopped about that trunk? You know what I'm saying? Well, her sister decided to open it knowing daggone well. No. Let me get serious, y'all. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. So we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. And empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay. So some of you may be very kind of set in your ways here, right? It makes sense. Viola's very, headstrong woman. I loves it. But, you may have kind of a way about you that, what's coming to my mind is what is the prayer? I don't know the title of it, but God grant me the, dang, I can't even think of it. That is so bad. The courage to change the things I cannot change. The dang, this is bad. Every time I do a video and I talk about this, I always forget the prayer. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The courage to change the things I can't, the ability to accept things I can't change. You know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. But you may have a hard time accepting things that you can't change, and once you kind of make your mind up, you may have a hard time of being swayed, right? Either way, be it for good or for bad, but that may be influencing or affecting your relationships, especially your love relationships, right? You may, kind of, once you get your mindset on something or you feel some type of way, ooh, child. You something to see. But so we have here patience. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows, okay? So for some of you, if you're single, I feel like, you may be kind of feeling a bit impatient about kind of finding that love that you want. But I feel like if, you're in a relationship at this time, you may have your mindset on where you want this relationship to go. You could be feeling a bit impatient. You could want things your way, and when it don't go your way, you get a little bit upset. Okay. But let's see what else wants to come out here. Right? But as the card said, it's like a need for patience, right? You could be trying to kind of force your way when it comes to certain things in your love life. And it's a need to kind of have patience, to be calm, to accept, and to understand, the other person's point of view, the other person's feelings. And to not kind of get wrapped up in your own so much so that you forget, your partner, or you forget. Oh my goodness. Hold on. So. What? Okay. Hold on. Why is these cards going crazy? Yeah. I feel like, like I was saying, I feel like you may, have this habit of kind of, when you feel some type of way, you may react, you may kind of spaz out on people, right? But I kind of get the feeling here, right? It's because there's a need for you to kind of spend some time, like this card says, inner quiet, spending time connecting with your own feelings, right? Excuse me. When empathy comes up, sometimes we often think about other people's feelings, but sometimes, it's important for you to spend time connecting with your own feelings, connecting with your own inner world so that you understand what's going on within you and you're not kind of reacting based off of emotions that haven't been processed, that haven't been kind of healed and understood to the point where you can maneuver and make moves in a positive way, right? So if you are kind of single, right, you may be kind of going all over the place, being kind of impatient, feeling kind of lost. But I feel like, it may be good for you to spend some time, reflecting, and connecting with yourself, connecting with your own internal world, so that you understand, why you may be feeling the way you're feeling about being single, right? So that you're not kind of jumping into anything kind of willy-nilly. And if you are in a relationship, right, it's always important to spend time by yourself to understand, your own internal world, your own feelings, your own desires, so that the desires of other people aren't kind of influencing or taking over the course of things, right? But that you can express yourself, you can, get what it is that you want without feeling like, you have to force, or without feeling like your needs aren't being met. Okay? But let's see what else wants to come out for those of big pile 4. All right, I feel like some of you may be feeling a bit lonely at this time, right? Be it, be you single or in a relationship. You may be feeling like, misunderstood or what have you. And I feel, if you spend time really connecting with yourself and trying to, understand yourself and listening to yourself and what you need and what you want. Look at that, the Hermit. Yeah. Right? You may be kind of dismissing your own needs, right? You may be so focused on the external world that you aren't paying attention to your own internal world and what's going on within you that may be causing this kind of inner chaos, or causing this impatience or dissatisfaction with, how things are going. Yeah, I feel like some of you, I'm not coming for nobody, but you could have some anger issues here. That may be for somebody here. You may have some anger issues. But I feel like if you do, it's because there's some things that you aren't paying attention to. You may be kind of, so focused on other people or the external world, what's going on around you, that you have forgotten about your own self, your own needs, your own desires. You may be taking care of other people, right? We have the Mother of Earth here. You may be taking care of other people and putting your own needs to the side. And that has kind of left you feeling, unhappy or just angry or dissatisfied with your life. And it's kind of time to get back to you. Time to really spend time connecting with you and giving yourself all of the love and attention that you may have been giving to other people, right? But let's see what else wants to come out here for those who pick pile 4. Okay. Yeah. I feel like, if you are in a relationship, it may be time to kind of get back to really, like it says dating and really spending time with one another and really getting back to like the what I think of as like the beginning stages of a relationship, really, where you want to understand and learn this new person, right? And I feel like you may be missing that in your life. You may be missing that kind of emotional connection, right? And if you're single, it may be time for you to get out there and start dating, and being open to, connecting with people. But first, I feel like it starts with dating yourself, understanding what you want in a relationship, so that you're not kind of wasting your time, right? I feel like some of you may be feeling like you may be wasting your time if you are dating. Like, you may be meeting people that's just not it's not what you want. But I feel like it's because there's a need for you to really figure out what you want in a relationship, when it comes to connecting with someone else. And that starts by understanding yourself, understanding and connecting with yourself first, right? If you don't know yourself as solo dolo, how can you know yourself in a relationship? How can you know what you want from a partner, right? So make sure you're spending, if you are single, you may be wanting to kind of rush into a relationship, but I feel like this time, right, that you are single is very important for you to spend with yourself, to spend dating yourself, courting yourself, right, getting to know yourself on a deep level, so that you know what you want from a partner. Okay, but let's see what else wants to come out for you, and then we're going to get your final message. Okay. Yeah, some of you here with this Ten of Swords, you may have kind of recently experienced a breakup, and you may be kind of, I keep saying rushing, right? Don't get mad at me, right? But you may be rushing into a relationship, but I feel like it's a need here for you to kind of process what you've experienced, to process and to heal from that relationship, right? So that you're not kind of repeating past mistakes from those past connections, right? But that you kind of spend time working through what you've experienced and reconnecting, right? And healing, the Four of Swords, yourself. So that, you feel whole, you feel complete by yourself. Okay, but let's see what else wants to come out here. Got the Seven of Swords showing up again. So there may be something here that you're not looking at, that you're not being honest with yourself about. Right? I feel like some of you may be kind of looking towards relationships or other people to kind of give you what you feel you're missing, and it's time for you to give that to yourself, right? Yeah, I feel like, it's time for you to stop avoiding your feelings here. Right? Some of you may be looking outside of yourself for happiness or for fulfillment, for joy, for love. And it's time for you to kind of I feel like I want to say manifest that within yourself, right? To build and to fuel, to grow that kind of love and happiness within yourself, so that you don't feel like kind of incomplete without someone else, or without a partner, without a relationship, right? But that you feel whole by yourself, and that a relationship isn't, completing you. It's just kind of, the cherry on top. You get what I'm saying? And some of you may not be opening up about how you're feeling here. You may be kind of keeping your feelings to yourself. right? And it may be time for you to, get out there and connect with other people, not just, in a romantic way, but, with friends and family, connecting on an emotional level with other people so that you don't feel alone, right? So that you don't feel like you need someone or something to come in and bring you joy, bring you happiness, bring you fulfillment, but that you can grow it for yourself. You can create it for yourself, right? But let's get your final message here. Right? Because some of you, you may be feeling a bit empty or feeling a bit lonely. And it's time for you to find ways to bring joy and bring happiness into your life, right? And it may not necessarily be with a romantic partner. It may be, by yourself, right? But once you're able to kind of grow and tend to your own happiness without needing someone else for it, amen. That's a magical thing. That's a beautiful thing, okay? What's the final message here for those who picked pile 4? Ooh, okay. So, let's see here. We have the lover and the beloved. So we're going to read from the book. So it reads, even in your unquenchable, wait, no, this is wrong. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. Okay, so, oh, sweet beloved, the divine, the great beloved has a passionate desire for you, to love you, to touch you, to make the divine presence known to you, so that you will cease to fear the darkness. Take delight in all of life and become mesmerized by the beauty of love in its endless emanations. But how we resist love at first. Oh yes, we have been burned before, have we not? Abandoned, betrayed, so painfully disappointed, cast aside, and have suffered at the hands of some unworthy lover. Can this great divine love affair be tarred with the same brush, with the same bitter expectations that keep the heart closed? You are too beautiful to be hidden away behind a bitter and gated heart. That is unworthy of you. So then can you allow the great beloved to reach for you, to receive that sacred touch every day, to be spoken to with words of love, to receive. You who give of yourself, can you recognize the beloved wishes to give to you too? These need not be mutually exclusive happenings. Come now, deep down, you know the genius of the divine is such that in being received, much is given. You shall not be selfish in letting yourself be seen and loved. Allow it, rejoice in it. Take delight in allowing yourself to receive life, and let the world soak up the ardent glow of your sensual surrender into the great beloved's embrace. This oracle brings you a message. Something has to change in your physical world. You are in need of some sustenance, more love, more connection, and more nourishment that touches your body and soul, and brings them into deeper oneness with each other, with life, with love. Dare you open up and allow that love in. The great beloved has desired that this be so. Will you heed that holy desire? Will you allow love in? Say yes. If you find this difficult, now is the time to gently, carefully tend to the walls you once placed between yourself and life. Walls of tentativeness, excessive caution, fear of abandonment and betrayal, doubt of your own lovableness, and doubts based on past pain without substance. You are so much greater than these crumbling walls. They are the stuff that is designed for demolition, not devotion and honoring. Can you begin to unpack the bricks you mistakenly believed were essential to your safety and well-being? You are too vast to see for that small puddle of thought now. The oceanic world of love is your true home, and the sun is beating down upon you. It is too hot to gaze at the ocean longingly from afar, or even stand by its edge. Strip off your layers, run to the ocean, and dive in. This oracle brings you special guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel exhilaration? Do you feel energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There's divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive to your heart. All right. But that's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope this reading helped you in some way. If you liked it, if it resonated, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can see more videos like this one. All right. But I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Till the next video. Peace out.